Clash of Clans Podcast, OG, episode 84. And welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Scotty827, joined live in studio from across the world by the one, the only, the Liam from Reddit Talks Clash of Clans Moderator, Reddit Clash of Clans Moderator, and amazing Clasher in person. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here. It's just still amazing to think about that. We're recording this live across the world, 2 different time zones, countries, like that's even possible. Amazing.
Yeah, it's like, when did my weekends become international? And
As soon
it's
as you
like,
started a podcast.
it's like, you're organizing something at like work or whatever, and you're just like, this is nothing. I'm used to working across time zones here.
Exactly.
Like,
Piece of cake.
yeah, language barriers, no problem.
Been there, done that.
Yep. World clock
Nice.
already set up.
There's so much more ahead.
I
I love it.
was looking at that on my iPad, and I thought, what I really need to start doing is anybody that comes into the clan ever, just start adding to the world clock. I wish you could put it on like, just one pin, so you can see. Well, welcome back to the show. It's been
Yeah.
probably like almost 2
That'd be nice.
months since we talked, last month and a half. Yeah, and you've
Yeah, I was
been
looking
busy
at
recording in the
recordings. It was
meantime.
like one last month and then another one 2 months ago, I think. That was
Great interview with, it just popped in my head again. The last one was the
Yes,
Judah Sloth one, right?
we've had a few episodes.
Yeah, that was a very good one. I really like that one. I was just thinking
Yes, the end of the year episode. Yeah, yeah, it was awesome. I
yeah,
feel
oh,
like, I
yeah, for
mean,
sure. I'm
maybe I'm a
not,
bit biased, but
by
I feel
no
like
means
all
am
our
I like,
guests are
well, you
pretty
finally
cool
got one right.
and very nice
No,
to have.
just
So,
no, it's awesome.
no. Okay.
Yeah,
I think we're very lucky as well to
I
have
think that one
like kind of the
surprised me,
reputation, but also
just
people who can
in
get
part
those guests. So
because
thanks so much.
Rick,
But
when I was
creators.
talking with Rick, he had said that that he was gonna be talking, or that you guys were gonna be talking to him, but I thought that he meant like down the road. So it was like, oh, it happened like just a couple weeks like later or something. So
Oh yeah. No, I think I don't want to say something that I don't know how long it was planned in advance, but yeah, no, Rick's amazing. Like in terms of organizing the whole podcast, like the episodes and who what our guests will be. Like I don't know how he does it, but I'm also in awe of his kind of
prowess,
effort and yeah,
prowess in a
just
bit.
his skills that he has there. Like I'm jealous.
Yeah, he takes a lot of care. We'd talk a little bit about some of the things that are tech problems, and we got to catch up a little bit about that, about how we
Nice.
kind of record and stuff, which was, it's always really cool to hear.
Yeah, there's nothing like bonding over tech problems, Like it makes you feel like, oh my God, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
It actually makes you really good friends.
Yeah, I'm not the only
Shit.
only one having these things. Oh my God. Yeah, and there can be
Yeah.
horror stories, especially from the old days. Just
Oh
like,
God.
oh yeah, things have gotten a little bit easier. Just like things like we were talking a little bit before the podcast, but just things like filters. Like the natural built-in filters, and like in phones and
Mm.
stuff. I mean, before you could hear
Yeah.
everything in a background or whatnot. But so what do
Yeah, it's like we transitioned from a phase where we wanted to like you could only hear our voice, but you had to like scream in the microphone, and then now you have to like make sure you don't hear anything else. Like before you wanted to hear something, now you want to hear nothing else
yeah,
except your voice.
and nobody wants to talk anymore. That's
Exactly. the world's gone quiet.
It's gone very quiet. It's like, oh, yeah, people used to be a little bit more talkative. But
Mm.
well, what have you been up to in the brand new year? Happy 2026, by the way.
Um, Thank you, you as well, and to all your listeners as well. Um, Actually, not much. Pretty much the same thing as I mean, it's weird how like it's a new year and everything changes, but Clash kind of stays the same in a way. Um, I
You
mean, like
you have endless
I've
accounts
actually
to
I've
farm.
made it into Legends finally.
You know what? I saw that.
Because I was like I started at the very bottom, like the minimum threshold for Tunnel 17, which was Electro 26, I think.
Yeah, I remember you
And
talking about
I
that.
started out there because I wanted to finish the Unbreakable achievement.
Yep.
So I was in like the lowest league possible, unranked, and then with the migration, I got placed at the lowest one for Tunnel 17 as well. And so I had to climb my way all the way up, and I was like, my God! Like as soon as I started hitting Electro 31, or with the modifiers 32, I was like, am I gonna make it to Legends? And I finally made it, but like I'm still like I can't get higher than the 5,200 uh limit. So I'm fighting my way to stay in Legends. So that's what's been happening since the new year.
Yeah, I can't
And
remember what the so if I cross I can't remember what we talked about and what I heard on your podcast. So if I kind of cross in
no worries,
like
go for it.
uh, um but I think we were talking about that and you were starting to climb and I think you might have said it on your podcast about the that you were really starting to kind of engage it. And then I was just looking and I was like, wow, you're at 5,200 trophies. Uh, you must kind of be dialing in. Like, because
I
I think you said you were
yeah.
getting, like, in being a little more competitive, the competitive angle, maybe it was.
Mm.
Remember it?
I mean, I was kind of shocked. I mean, I don't see myself as a expert pro esport player at all. Like I'm just a casual, I'm,
East.
I'm, yeah, a casual person who just, enjoys, mass, just dropping everything at once kind of thing. And, I've tried the RC and Viz kind of thing. I managed to do it, but I wasn't getting like consistently high percentages or even triples. And so I switched to Media Golems with Warden Walk, which has way worked out way better for me. And now I've gone, 1 stars aren't an issue anymore normally.
Yeah.
um, so now consistently it's always 2 stars, high percentage, and sometimes triples. I'm still trying to improve and get to a way where I can consistently triple, but I don't know. Like I mean, in Legends,
I,
I feel like it's maybe I'm just not at that level yet, but yeah, well, working my
well,
way and I'm always tweaking a few things. And it's because it's funny, like now, like defense matters as well, so you gotta find a base that consistently defends well as well.
yeah.
So yeah,
What?
it's a whole new ball game, I feel like, and it's good though because it helps you. Like I love it because it just like consistently practicing at that level helps you perform better in CWR and normal work because it's easier than comparatively.
Yeah,
And
it's like
so it, it's like if you train harder in training, then the
resistance.
actual performance is way is yeah, exactly. It's like the dream life come true. It's like this is a mirror image of how real life works.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that's,
so yeah, I really enjoy that.
I took that away from the podcast with judo. That was kind of I think I brought up in the last podcast I did with Tyler that uh that he's talking about not the reality is not all 3 starring. And I and
Mm.
and so like to me that like I'm listening uh on Christmas Eve and I'm sitting here thinking I'm like this is what I is like kind of my reality. Well, it's always my reality, right? Like I'm not this 3 star um master.
God.
Uh, uh and so I'm seeing this and then and he's saying like, "Hey, this is not it's just not the reality like anymore." And I'm seeing like frustration with, some people in L. And then I went to New Year's New Year's Blitz war, and Judo was there in that clan, and Terminator, and I think it was against I can't remember which clan it was against. It was with like Carbon Finn's clan, I think. And so to see the war matchup and like and it was in Legends mode, so it was kind
Mm.
of so it was like a realistic picture to me. Like I was
Yeah.
thankful actually after like participating. Like, wow, that was really insightful, because I watched first hits as you'd expect Legends like this. Nobody went in there and really swept. I think maybe there was a couple like 3 stars right away, and maybe maybe there's more than just a couple, but not really. Like there was a lot of cleanup, and when I look at I don't know, just any of the like people doing Legends hits on Twitch or something. I'm just like, it is just not that 3-star game, and uh so I think our benchmark is just a little kind of skewed, is because when I
Yeah,
see,
because we've been good, like just oh yeah, everything's a triple,
yeah. Well,
But
I was
I
looking around
never.
today too at the leaderboards, and
Yeah.
okay, so I'm a little higher right now, and this has got to be a fluke. Okay,
Where are you at? Like, what's your trophy range right now?
okay, and I'm telling you, this is I shouldn't even talk about it.
Or maybe you shouldn't reveal your secrets.
Yeah, no, it's at I was at I ended the day I think at 4,400, or no, 5,400. Sorry, a little over 5,400.
Oh wow. Yeah, I was gonna say 4,400. Is that possible?
And I was like, whoa, yeah. And so I was like, and I'm thinking I'm not doing very good. I'm
Well,
because
you're
I'm
doing better than me, so
well. So
that's
here,
pretty
so
well.
I go look at it, right, and I'm thinking like, we're playing round 2 of this New Year's Eve War, and
Event, yeah.
I went in there and I'm number 8, and I'm like, wow, I seem actually pretty high with all these different players in here, and um, so I went to look at the leaderboards, and I was like in the top 200 in the U.S., and I'm going, so
Wow.
5,400 is pretty high right now. I mean, like, and I think I got kind of lucky with this update. I don't, I think I don't know what's happening, but it is
But so
definitely not
what
my
attack are you
attacking.
using?
I'm
Well,
using,
I wouldn't be so sure. I think you're really good and you've underestimated yourself.
well,
I mean,
see, I'm not getting, the other day there's a couple days I had 4 3 stars, but that was
that is
a fluke
way
though.
more than I've ever had.
Well, that was,
No,
no,
that's not a
when
fluke.
I'm
That's a
saying that
skill.
though, I'm not telling you like, that would be like if you went like tomorrow and you got 4 3 stars and you go, wow, I just don't know what happened. That's what it would
Well, I'd be
be
like, I
like.
got lucky.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's how I feel on that. So what I'm doing is the I have 4 super yetis. I believe it's 4. Yeah. So I'm doing
Yeah.
like a super yeti attack, and I'm using the warden with the 2 gems. So what happened
hmm
in the update was, because the 1 gem got a buff, the life gem,
Oh yeah.
that this bolstered my attack a little bit. So so and I'm using 4 furnaces, and I'm using the 4 furnaces on the entrance with the warden, because the life gem actually makes those stronger too. So, and then instead of using the RC, I'm using uh the minion prince to funnel. And I
Mm-hmm.
hands down, because I tried to work the RC back into it and I was having problems. And I just feel like I get more. But and then I have like 3 revives, I think, a rage and a overgrowth. And so I funnel
Nice.
on one side with the minion prince, and I was using just a regular Yeti, but I just switched tonight to ice golem, and
Mhm.
and I'll have 2 totems and an invis. And so I'll funnel them, and I'll either use the launcher, either of the launchers,
Mhm.
just depending on the base.
So log launcher or the tube launcher is it called?
Yeah, either one. Whatever the
Okay.
base really calls for. Like
Yeah.
if I
Right. Right.
can get the funnel to the wall and I'm not in danger of it going the other way, then I hopefully will use the troop launcher. But
Hmm. I need to get the Zami and try it out. It sounds actually really good. Yeah, because I recently saw an episode, I think it was from Itsu, like his latest YouTube chat video, which said something like, "Oh, now with the buff to the life gem, you can basically against the revenge tower get immortal. Like it can't destroy any anymore, or something like that." So I'm wondering if maybe that's part of like with
yeah.
how much of an effect the buff to the life gem has.
Yeah,
And
that
I mean pretty well if you've said uh gotten you up to top 200.
yeah, for today. And then tomorrow I'm gonna get a couple. And I'll tell you the other part of my secret, okay? I'm
Let's hear
playing it
it.
100% safe. My rule is don't go for glory. Go for
Save 2-star.
safe 2-star and hope for a 3.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I feel like that's a better strategy as well.
because even if I can do that and maybe get a couple 3 stars, and the people against me even do, like on a mediocre day, I can basically break even or I won't lose very much at all. So it'll like
Yeah.
keep going. Um, and
And that's what it's about. Like you're trying to maintain kind of position and climb a tiny bit, not go backwards. So
yeah, and then I switched back to what like it would get these bases from the base pack, and they usually come with like what to put in the CC. But
mm,
you know, I can't help but always think like everybody's so used to the recipe, and everybody's so used to putting the recipe in there, and like, oh, it's a double C, golem CC and
the
whatever.
classic, right?
And then in the war, you're not really like knowing what you're up against. So what I did the other day, and it's really working. So, well, first of all, Tyler gave me a base, and it's just like one of the bases you kind of see now. I switched to my light beam, and then I put in there a furnace, an ice golem, a witch, a loon, and a giant, just
That's a
to throw
yeah,
everything I can
six
possibly
people.
throw at him. And I was even thinking
Yeah.
like maybe doing but I'm like the last few days I've gotten 3 or 4 1-stars against me,
Oh wow,
and
that's really good.
I think where I've done things a little bit different, where I've countered my inability on the attacking side, I think is unconventional CC troops. Because before I put
Mm,
in like a um, E Titan or something that
yeah.
people weren't expecting to see, and that's like what?
And it's funny because yeah, like you're throwing them off, which means they'll focus, be like, oh no, what's this coming out of the CC? And then they forget this other part of the attack that they're used to, and they're like, well, now I gotta pivot, and that you're messing up the concentration, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So that's it's like mind warfare.
yeah. Like what are they expecting, and then counter that expectation, or at
Yeah.
least like yeah, do. I mean,
Go.
I got to make up some ground somewhere,
Yeah.
by attack. So what I'm saying when you said 5,200, when I looked at the other, I was like, whoa, you're like, I mean, that's gonna be mean like tomorrow probably, like after like a couple unlucky days, because that's normally right where I'm at. That's where I
Yeah.
finished last Legend League, but again, I was thinking about switching to the uh meteor golem, but I knew that the buff was coming to that would help my attack that I have.
Yeah, but I feel like even the nerf to the meteor golem and the totem, so I feel like it hasn't had that much of an impact. But it's definitely better if you have an attack that was gonna be buffed, and then you can just use that, and then you'll be at an advantage.
I was going to ask, how many meteor golems are you using?
I think I'm using 4, is it? And then 4 root riders as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Did,
But I have to double check. Yeah, 4 and 4, and then 4 healers, 2 headhunters, 1 minion, and normally I'm supposed to be using super barbarians, but I'm using 5 miners, just because I don't
oh,
want to boost super troops.
how does that work?
I'm just using miners instead of the super barbarians to funnel, and
But
also
does it
they've
work
actually
well?
saved me. It does, yeah. I mean, it's the kind of thing that I can triple with it,
Ooh.
so I know it's possible, and then it's just about execution and being able to figure it out somehow. But it's actually helped me quite a while. Like sometimes you have those bases where your troops go all around the outside and they don't get the town hall,
Oh,
but there's like nothing except the town hall,
yeah.
and and then I'm like, I'm at the 1 star, and I'm like, guys, I gotta get the town hall somehow. And I still have my 5 miners left, which is great because they go underground, and then I can just drop in
Oh,
the corner
yeah.
because they won't go to, and then they go to the town hall, and then I get the 2 star. Like they have saved me so many 1 stars, so they're actually quite useful. And then if I have the town hall, then I just use them for getting. I use them basically like cleanup troops
That's
to get more
a really
percentage.
good idea.
Uh, yeah,
With
or to distract wizard towers
I
or super wizard towers.
one thing that I will say about my attack too, to add on to what, because the images pop into my head of the base you're talking about. When I
Mm,
do the funnel, I will like because I'm doing the no the very safe side of it,
yeah.
or like I need the town
No
hall.
risk.
Yeah, I will try to funnel if I can with the minion prints on the town hall. Like so, if it's a corner town hall, I'll use the minion
Mm,
prints on that. Or if I so when I send the minion prints in, all I want him to do at the very least is to die very close to the town hall. So that
oh,
way,
because you can bring.
yeah,
Yeah.
then I can like then it's like, all right, troops, as long as you clear out the rest of this stuff at least, or at least I know if
You
he's
can.
dead right here and I got a couple of revives left, the rest of the
That's
thing
so
I can,
smart.
yeah, then the rest I can play with. Like, okay, then it
Yeah.
took down this, or it took down this enough, and you can, I can use my overgrowth to block the rest of the stuff if I need to, if I know I'm not going to get this. But so
That's pretty good. Yeah, you have like a backup kind of for the 2 star. Yeah,
I have to have
I always had this thing
backups.
like.
So.
I love it. Honestly, you're speaking my language. Um, no, I've always had this like idea or theory kind of where, like, if you have like the goal is to have an attack where even if your main plan goes wrong, you still have a backup and a backup plan that you can still use that, because that way you're not reliant. Like for example, if you use a queen charge, for example, then you're all kind of dependent on your queen getting most of the value, right? And if she goes down accidentally or something, then you're kind of screwed, and you're just hoping for a 2 star at that point. But I always thought that the best attacks are the ones where even if your plan A doesn't work, you still have a backup plan and a backup plan to that you can still triple with. Which makes sense. Obviously, the better attacks are the ones where you have multiple avenues to get the 3 star.
Right, and like the other the I have to have that because my stuff always goes wrong, right? So like when I'm
I'm the same way. Like,
I'm like, so first of all, like I won't do the fireball attack because if it hinges on that one thing, no, things are gonna go wrong. So like I try to compartmentalize it, or like as I'm thinking about my attacks, like, okay, what's the first part of it, or what can I use my Super Yeti squad is this, or if everything goes bad, I can do this kind of thing or whatnot. But you almost like
mm,
it's like you don't want to be a gunner or a swordsman. You want to be the ninja that can
Yeah.
come into the fight and
You can still always pull something out of your back pocket, kind of.
yeah,
You have
MacGyver. I
a
don't know if you
exactly.
know that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the dream.
yeah. Because yeah, like for me, it's like I see like all these guys on YouTube and stuff, and they're in control. And for me, it's just like dealing with panic and chaos and really hope. Like as I'm looking at stuff, I'm not going, hey, this thing is gonna hit this building and then go to this building. I'm like, I think it should get through this part. I'm hoping, it gets to at least here, and then I'll do this. Or
Yeah.
I'll throw it all at it, and then I'll, with the spells be in control a little bit, because then I can like play it, a little bit. But
Yeah, but that's really smart. I mean, you're playing to your advantage, right? And I mean, I know I'll never get the 10,000 hours I need to be at that level where I can be like, oh yeah, yeah, I've done this 1,000 times. I know that this works every time, you know. So you kind of play to be like, okay, I'll just do what I know I can do and focus on just kind of hoping it goes well. And then if that goes well, you adapt. It's
yeah,
like good life flexibility, kind of.
yeah.
What do you do when things go wrong, and how do you handle those situations?
And sometimes it works out,
And you
sometimes,
feel so good when it does. It's like, oh
yeah,
my God, the best day ever.
yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
wow,
And
like
when it doesn't, you're like, oh well, I'll learn
I,
it next time.
I hope nobody finds out about this. Is what I think. Like, I'd really
Yeah,
like to
people
say something
watching
and
me
tell
is
somebody
always.
about it, but this is gonna jinx my whole Legends thing. But it does happen like that where I get a couple good lucky days or something, and I want to know what it is that I think I feel like it might be where I'm just my attitude going into it or something, or I don't know.
Yeah, do you try to like visualize the 3 star before you go into the attack? Be like, yes, like picture yourself that happy moment, the small victory after it, or is that, or am I
No,
just way off?
no, I just go, I just breathe into the brown paper bag and go, you got this.
Another day, another attack.
Well, I I do better with my legends attacks and stuff if I hit it like one or two at a time maybe. I got to figure it out a little bit more. But
Mm.
how about you? How do you play your legends today? How are you finding it?
So yeah, my process is mostly like I want to get my attacks done at the beginning of the day, um, right, so that I don't have to think about it. Like, oh, I still need to,
I
do
still have
three
8 more
attacks or something
hours of
like that.
attacks.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Like I just want to have it done and over with, so that the rest of the day I can just relax, and farm on my other accounts. But so what I do is I also keep track of like the total trophies gained and lost. So I kind of have a historical data thing, so I can look and be like, oh, today I got whatever plus 225, and that's one of my top scores or something. And then on defense as well, see, okay, yeah, I got minus 207, and that's towards the middle average. And so then I know, okay, well, if I'm getting like hit consistently, so like 2 days in a row, for example, I lost 271 trophies and then 272 trophies on defense. And there I knew like those were my two worst scores. So there I knew I had to switch bases, because it was clearly the base that was the issue.
Yeah.
And yeah, then and so just kind of track those daily numbers. And then yeah, I just I'm right before I attack. I'm like I don't watch it. So normally I listen to like podcasts or like stuff where you have to actively pay attention to.
Yeah.
And then when I'm about to head into attack, I stop that and I put on some just normal music that helps me, normal music I listen to every day, so that I don't have to pay attention to it. And then yeah, for those 3 minutes, I'm just like, okay,
In the
just
zone.
go with the plan. And I've made the mistake of trying to go for the 3 star and then I'm going or what getting 1 star. So now I'm
Yeah.
always focused on getting the two, and if we're lucky, we can get the three. Um,
I decided not to feel
and so
ashamed
yeah,
about it. Don't feel ashamed about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
It makes more sense, right? Because you gain more trophies even with a 2-star than a 1-star high percentage.
Yeah.
So stars is really the priority.
Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, sometimes I'm really lucky and I get a 3-star, but I'm wondering if I should change attacks now because I don't know. Yesterday I got a full 2-star day, not a single 3-star, and I'm wondering, is that just the norm now, or is it
Well,
something with my strategy that I need to change?
I
Um,
I think I maybe got one. I don't think I 3-starred today or maybe one yesterday. But like,
I will say the good thing is like getting a 3-star makes you feel really good. Like you're like,
yeah,
wow. Like in Legends, right? With the modifiers, you're like, damn,
yeah.
that's pretty amazing.
I'm like, it's all me. I've got it. And then every other
Got
attack is the game's
skill.
broken. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and maybe that new reality is maybe just
Slowly
not.
sinking in fast.
Yeah, well, because then you're like, because that 5200 that's normally where, or like what you said, 220 is like that's my normal Legends day. Somewhere
Mm,
around there, and a few of the days, then all of a sudden I bumped up, a little bit, but
you're in the next tier.
yeah, it's just like figuring out and knowing where the norm is like I said, like when I was listening to your podcast, I was like, okay, all right, this makes more sense. It's not just like I'm doing really horrible, or it's like this is, I think, what most people are experiencing, besides like the 1% or top
Yeah.
10% or
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, you want to know how you stack up. Like, how are other people experiencing it? Like, is it really just you, or is it kind of a common thing? Because then you feel, because that's such a weird thing about being human is like you don't like if you want to be happy, it's really easy to be happy. But if you want to be happier than other people, that's the hard part, right? And like
right.
there's something about where we always compare ourselves to everyone else,
Yeah,
and it's just like, yeah, like you never, like if everyone's doing poorly, then you're fine, even
yeah.
though objectively you're doing worse off than before. But if you feel like you're behind other people, then it's just, yeah, like the worst.
There's a
So it's
really
like,
there's this really good TikTok where this woman was talking about that, and she said, so in comparison to other people, she said, I did an experiment with my kids, and she said I gave them each an envelope, and in one I put $5 or whatever, and he opened up and he was so happy, and I said, and he said, well, what's in the other one? She said, $20, his brothers, and then he was unhappy, right?
yeah,
And
exactly.
so, and it's just like you choose, based on how your perception of where you sit.
Yeah,
So
they did this interesting experiment where they gave like college students, they were like, okay, like you can have either like 60,000 salary and then like all your peers have like 50,000, or you could have 100,000 and all your peers have 200,000. And consistently, they always picked the 60,000, like the lowest salary, even though they could have been making much more because it was the gap between what
social
they earned and what
status.
their peers earned. Yeah, they didn't want to be too far out of the group. And there's something about that where it's like, yeah, you really just want to fit in. Your brain is geared to making you fit in
Yeah.
somehow.
Well, and even
So
with
yeah,
like seeing like the attacks in these wars, and kind of seeing the reality, because when I look at YouTube, or when I see these really great attacks and people who know what's got to go on, I'm a lot of them know that they're dropping this and this one's taking this. And then I'll talk to somebody else and they'll say, I'm just trying to get it to. I remember kind of Ghost Knight saying that. He's like, I just wanted to wipe her on this. I'm like, okay, so wait, so you're not saying, like, oh, I got to have these two loons to take down this thing. And then he's like, no, I'm wiping through
yeah,
there and do. And I'm like, okay, so now maybe I don't have to fit in to trying to play that way when I can play better that way, or like, should I be embracing that type of play over like the thing that maybe is working for me, and just knowing that there's different ways is like freeing. So when I'm like that's why I kind of share like somebody in the clan might look at my attack and go, "Wow, that was great. That was chaos." I had,
Yeah, if only they knew what was
yeah,
going on.
setting the funnel,
Yeah.
basically trying to figure out the thing that will set you up throughout the whole thing in the best case, and going. And I think that a lot of these competitive people are doing that as well. It's like they're hoping for these things, and a lot of the people that will like tell you those very precise movements, I think, are the ones that are probably more inclined to like put it on YouTube and stuff too, you know.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like there's kind of like a gap between like how your own experience, what you see online, because you only see the best of the best online, right? Like
Yeah,
the little, guy in his basement, doing an attack and failing, no one's gonna view that and it's not gonna get recommended to you, so you won't even hear about it, right?
yeah.
And that's like, but that would be like your equivalent or my equivalent because you're better than me.
Right,
But
right.
like you don't see those videos, and so you're always comparing yourself to these professionals, and you're like, wow, I'm so behind on everything. And then, I mean, that's kind of what I noticed, like in my own little clan, I was like, actually, I'm doing pretty well. Like, I'm one of two people in Legends, and I can always kind of tell, like, when you look at your opponent clan and
Yeah,
you look at like how many Town Hall 18s are in Legend or what the ranked mode is, and when you see that no one is in Legends or that they're all in Electro 32 or 31, you're like, oh, that means they haven't been able to climb up higher past that.
yeah,
And then oftentimes they won't be able to triple your town hall 18. But then sometimes when you see like within the first 2 minutes, someone's already tripled the top two bases, you're like, oh yeah, that guy's a
yeah.
legend good player. Like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
So it kind of just gives you this healthy metric of, oh, this is what reality is actually like. You're not too far off base.
right.
Um,
And I think
yeah,
the more I get to know, people, or like talk to people, or go into these, like into this New Year's um Evor thing with, and just you go in and, I went in and attacked early in the war because I was like, I don't want anybody depending on me at the last minute for a 3-star to win or anything, like let me get my attacks in. And then I came back in the morning to look in, and my attacks were pretty consistent, maybe a little bit lower than, yeah, a little bit lower than other people, but somebody had to bring up the rear,
right,
and
exactly.
might as well be me, and help people feel better about themselves. But
You're doing us a kind service.
right,
Thank you for your
somebody
sacrifice.
has to do it, ensuring the safety
Exactly.
of the bottom. Uh,
Yeah.
but it was, they weren't far off, and I think I've improved, like, just from doing that, got a little bit better. But
Mm,
I go into these things and I'm like, you know what? People are way more human than it seems like on the internet. Like these,
yeah.
I would just have imagined like, oh, we still have all these attacks laying around. What are we gonna do with them? We didn't even need half of them.
Yeah.
But,
I have a different strategy, and when I do like when we do events with like clashes versus mods or stuff like that, or when it's like a hard thing, and I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm gonna be able to help in any meaningful way. I kind of wait to be the last person to attack, so then I kind of because what oftentimes happens is at that point, like it's already been decided. Like either you don't like people haven't had enough triples to do it, and I'm like, oh well, since we lost anyways, it's not on me. So then I feel less guilty, and I'm really hoping it never gets to a point where,
oh,
like, oh, it's dependent on me and the pressure's on, because then I'd be screwed. But
oh man,
it's so far it's worked out well for those
it's
where I was like, I'll just wait and be like,
till the
oh,
very.
the fate has been decided already. So yeah, that's my strategy for the competition. But
That's
yeah, no,
awesome.
it there's definitely an element of like when you have pressure, you sometimes perform better if you're in the right headspace. Sometimes you perform worse, and we all fumble the ball sometimes. Like
Yeah,
what's it called when we all choke, you know? So
all the time. Listen, I can
yeah,
give tutorials. No,
no, it's true. I mean, but the thing we don't realize is that top. top performers also choke. Like I was reading this book about the world champion tennis player, table tennis player, sorry, and he described his experience where he choked, and like his opponent was like, "Dude, what happened?" Like it was as if I was playing against a guy who's not pro, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know," and it happens to all of us, but we just don't like when it happens. We don't label it necessarily as choking, and
Yeah.
so we're like, oh, like we just think it's normal, but when it happens to you, like, oh my God, you feel so bad about yourself without realizing it happens to everyone.
Well,
So it's kind of, yeah, just be more forgiving to yourself.
and I'm also in of the reality of like, I'm not really choking. It's just like this is just
It's the
how
pressure.
things are. I'm actually feeling like better with the pressure, but just that the chaos of a war attack or an event attack or like, you know, like
Mm,
a normal attack, you're kind of used to that, but you think, okay, I'm looking at this, I kind of know what I got going on, and then things just start going on. It's just like this is just how it is all the time, you know.
yeah,
Just just go with it kind of stuff. And then for me, I feel like it gets a little bit better when I'm just like sometimes don't think less about it. Like, okay, I'm gonna look at it, then don't look at it for a while, and then just go in, you know.
yeah.
But,
Trust your, trust your hand-eye coordination to know what it's doing.
uh, how are things
Muscle
going
memory.
in Titans? How was CWL?
It was good actually. What did we get? We think, yeah, it was consistent. We didn't demote. We got number 4, and so I also keep track of like how much percentage destruction, how many stars we had, and yeah, we're hovering between 500 and 500. So we got 520 stars, and last time we got 525. So we got in December 3rd position, and now we got 4th. So we found our normal default position. Um,
Are you running
and yeah,
30?
obviously we're always running 30, yeah, because that way. And I always want. I just had a brilliant idea, or what I think was a brilliant. I don't know if it'll work, but
I'll try.
I was thinking
I bet it is.
like we're in 30v30 Crystal One, right?
Right.
Um, we could just run a 15v15 and promote because obviously like for some reason it's like delayed the 30v and 15 leagues, so like if we're all like with the levels we have, we if we're running 15v15, we should be in like master 1 or 2 or 3. Like we shouldn't be in crystal 1, right?
Yeah.
But we're only in crystal 1 because we're running 30v30s.
Like
So I'm wondering,
the 5
what if,
maybe or something that.
yeah, exactly, because I mean it's the top 15, like consistently we always get our attacks, and then it's always a few people who just don't attack, and it's just like that should not be happening. Anyways, but the point is that I wonder like what if we ran a 15v15 with our top 15 players, and then we promote a few times, and then we go back to running 30v30. We'd be running 30v30 in Master 1 or whatever we got to, right?
Yeah.
And that way we can still get more medals, and then we'll just get demoting back to Crystal 1. But that way at least we could kind of hijack or hack our way up the leagues a
Yeah.
bit
Be-
by changing the size. And I'm wondering if that works, or is it gonna play? No, yeah, it
no,
should,
no,
right?
it would work just fine.
Perfect.
Cuz
Well, I think we're gonna do that then.
yeah, cuz and then you could take, the other 15 and they could CWL somewhere else.
Right, exactly.
Like
Like the main reason I'm doing 30 is to increase the total medals per
right.
clan. I don't know if that actually works, but I've always believed that. Um,
But
that
then
you get more medals when you run 30 than 15.
but you could have your hit squad and then you could raise that clan up.
Yeah.
And then you could say, "All
Yeah, yeah,
right, now we'll run the 30-30 here. Let's go raise this other clan to where we want it." And then
yeah, and just alternate between the two, yeah.
and like get them to the leagues you want them for the higher medals and
Yeah, I realized the issue with that is the organization. Like the reason, like our top 15 players, they're just gonna be in tight. They're not gonna want to move. I can't, it's hard to get
oh
people
yeah,
to
I
do things,
suppose.
and that's your own accounts. So,
Have to kick
I guess I'll have
everybody
to wait.
out and tell them where to
Exactly. Be the big bad wolf.
yeah. Yeah, and we were dealing with that between L2 and L. We ran a 30v30. We came in second. Good war. Everybody got their attacks in. We just came up a little bit short. In L2, it seems like there's just been a few missed attacks, which shouldn't happen. But then you're trying to make sure everybody gets a place in there. And then in L
Yeah.
Warborn, we're just overmatched in like, I mean, 15s and 14s up against 18s and 17s and stuff like that. So it's like kind of crazy. So I think, yeah,
But is
reconfiguring.
that consistently, or is that just this one clan who were dropping or something?
No, it's been pretty consistent. I think I can't remember what El Warborn. I think it's in one of the. Can't remember. These months go by so fast. It's one in the early leagues. Uh, we were right between champs and Masters 1, and then right, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then L2 kind of is hovering between Masters 2 and 3, and it's because of those few missed attacks, or just like
Yeah.
that it's just that razor's edge that would flip it up. So if we would take and make L2 15, let's say this next month, and moved everybody to Warborn instead, that could promote up, and we'd probably just stay wherever we got based on like experience.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
lowest town hall in your CWL?
I think we're at tunnel 12, but it's at 1 or 2. Most of us, yeah, it's 18, 17, 16, 15, and then 14s.
Do you get a pretty even
13
matchup?
and 12. Well, I haven't like seen too many mismatches. I mean, most of the time we're facing a bit the same kind of structure in 30v30, so it's alright. We don't. Well, I mean, it's always a bit. They always have more tunnel 18s than we do.
Yeah,
But we still managed to get like 2 stars on them, so
yeah, it's
it
pretty
it it,
impressive.
it evens out. Yeah.
Yeah,
I never realized how hard it is for people who don't like they just do it casually. They're not trying to necessarily get better. How they like I was just looking at a couple of attacks of people. They just kind of throw all the troops together. They don't know what they're doing. And I was like, I gave them a pointer like, yeah, just try all mass dragons with a blimp with loons and get the town hall, get the safe 2 star. And yeah, it's funny how a small change in army composition can have such a large positive effect in outcome
yeah,
just with the right troops. It's like 50% of it is skill, 50% is just what troops you use.
and just learn a few little basic.
Tips and tricks, yeah.
Do you think
The
it's
basics, yeah.
you know? I look at the matchup with like El Warborn. Do you think the casual player, like I'm thinking like somebody who started playing as in a clan who's just in up and coming, newer maybe. Do you think CWL is hard to get into as a newer player?
What do you mean by get into?
Well, I guess
Like
like are the matches, if you're kind of new to the war thing, or maybe you're
the
just
whole
like a
system?
regular casual war player, like do you have to
Yeah.
be like a pretty, I suppose you have to at least have consistency in your clan to. I'm just kind of wondering what people are finding. Like, if I would have came into the game now and started a clan, and we had people, and we were kind of feeling our way into stuff. Is it overwhelming to think like, oh, hey, this is so far away to be in this is like we can't even compete
Mm.
in the first regular legends, but
Yeah. I I do think there's two things that might be causing issues for new or players who haven't experienced it or don't have the years of experience. One would be is the like when they see like, oh, like I'm a town hall 15 and I'm facing a town hall 18 or something like that. They're like, there's no way, like we already lost in advance, like we're screwed. What kind of matchmaking is this? There's something wrong, right?
Yeah.
But what they don't understand that it's not a matchmaking issue. It's just that's how competitiveness works, right? Like the top ones go up and the lower ones go down, and so they might not necessarily understand that it's a ladder-based system because they're used to clan wars, where it's
Yeah, I
matchmaking based
suppose.
on actual war rate, right? That's the first part. The second part is that they don't have the basic fundamentals that we've learned over the years through trial and error kind of thing that everyone kind of knows on Reddit because it's such a meme or common thing that people ask about. Kind of like basic things. Like for example, I had one of my clanmates who for some reason like he thought it was better to attack someone who had already been attacked with 2 stars and get the third star than to attack a base that hadn't been attacked at all. And I was like, but if you just look at the simple math, like the max you can get is
Oh,
1 star on this 2 star base, and here you can get at least two more stars or 3 stars even.
like it's better
And
to have
just yeah.
100% than an unfinished. Yeah, okay,
Well, from his point, it was like I don't know what they were
I
thinking,
could
but
see
it
it.
was more just like there was this kind of thing. Like for me, it's just because it's an inbuilt rule. Like you don't attack a base that's already attacked unless someone got 0 stars and you can't attack higher. But even then, it's like percentage matters as well, right? So
And
if you have two,
a
like
lot
you
like the
should, and
clan
because you only
capital.
get one attack. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, for me, like these fundamentals, like you don't attack a base that's already has 2 stars on it.
Right.
That should be a basic. Um, and a few other things like that. I feel like maybe they're missing the fundamentals, and so I don't know how you'd fix it though. It's kind of the thing you either learn from experience or you learn from other people teaching you. But if it wasn't for those two aspects, I don't think it would be overwhelming. I mean, sure, it's a different system, but you have the info screen, you have the little kind of like tutorial to guide you through and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think Supercell did a good job in making it kind of within reach, not too much all at once. But you can still distinguish yourself with those few experience points, let's call them.
You know, I think they could do a better job on those results screens when
Yeah.
when they say like you battle, in those three screens, and then it
Mm.
says earn rewards. Like in that, say like clan earns X amount or yada yada the stuff, because I can't remember what it was I was looking at to do, and can't remember what it was now, but I was looking through it and I was like, yeah, but what am I gonna get for doing this? Or
Mm.
but you know what I'm
Eh,
thinking, in those if you're gonna go into I think it was maybe even setting up a friendly war, or if it was doing something like that, where I was like, it just should. I'd like to see that explained a little bit more.
yeah, I wondered, I had an idea. Like, you know, when you upgrade to Town Hall 18 and you have this little, oh, as soon as you actually upgrade and like the upgrade finishes, you have this little video that plays
Yeah.
with the like animation and stuff, and it's like, oh, the meteor thing from a Town Hall 18, all that stuff, and like you have to skip it, or you can skip it if you want. Um, I was thinking of what if they did like a little, if it's your first time playing Clan League, or maybe you can always see this from the info screen, like a little kind of where they show an actual CWL, and they'll be like, and now so they show the
Exactly.
attack that they just show like, oh, this person attacked this base, they can only attack once, and then they like simulate a whole CWL 7 day period in a like little tutorial 3 minute video kind of thing, but like of actual, like I mean obviously
Yeah.
you know how they do it in the info screens of
Yeah.
defenses where they sometimes they show kind of what is
Yes.
like something like that just to show the whole process from
Genius.
beginning to end with like, and obviously you'd see the leader position or the co-leader where you give out the bonuses and stuff just so that people can understand when the entering for the first time, how it kind of works. Maybe it's asking for too much and it's too much effort, but that would be one thing that might help
You
that
could do
learning curve.
you could do it in an infographic at the very
Yeah, exactly.
least. And I think where a great place would be to debut that would be for Clash Worlds, because maybe that's what I was thinking. That was like, you're stressed out. I don't know who I'm going to select. And even
Yeah,
Clan Wars, the first time, it's like, okay, what does that mean to leave people in but not select them in the war? Right? Like,
mm,
okay, I'm going to run it. So do I only select the people that are going to be participating, or do I leave everybody in and then select the 15 from those players? Right? Or the
yeah.
30
People
from
don't
those.
know what a roster is.
Yeah. Or like bench
I always have to explain
medals.
it with a soccer analogy.
Oh, for the,
Yeah,
and then
for
it
the roster
randomly
part.
puts, the first, the 30 in there. But I mean,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
somebody who first does that, I think I ran the wrong size one time. I mean,
Mm,
like or oh no, I opted everybody out that wasn't in on the 15 roster
oh
the first
yeah,
time.
yeah.
So I think that'd be really helpful.
Yeah, I feel. I mean, obviously we're kind of focusing on this one thing, and for most players it won't be a factor, right? Because they already know and they don't have this issue. But it would definitely help for new players. But it's such a small. I always wonder like how much of a percentage are new players, like how much of an impact would it have? And I don't think it would be that useful, which is probably why they won't do it. Um, but then again, you could say, hey, this, the thumbs up on the town hall where you can see what unlocks at every town hall level.
Oh yeah,
Like that to me seemed like a thing that wouldn't be useful either, but they did it and apparently it was helpful. So
I would really like the the
yeah, it'd
stats
be nice.
in game with like kind of like the wiki information on the troop card thing, because it says, you can see the troop in action, and then it says releases, and it has some of the information, or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong
Oh yeah,
thing.
like,
But
but
like
what do you mean by stats?
like housing space, or God, which I don't have my can't pull my thing up right in front of me right
But
now.
you see that like the housing space when you click on the troop, no?
But it's
Or like,
the very specific stuff. What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of that I'm missing on there? Oh, am I thinking of? Oh, maybe it's the progress levels, like where you can see like the upcoming ones. Like you would see on the wiki, like level 1, level 2.
oh yeah, 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 I see.
Be-
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
because you can't. So I'm like, oh, level 8, Archer Tower. Well, how much is it? You
Yeah,
know,
how many levels are there to the
oh,
extra? Like,
then I'm gonna get my
they
buff
could do
at
a
this
percentage,
level.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
they could be like, oh, you're 60% of the way there to max level or something like that.
Well, it seems like
But
it's just like there's that one image, and then there's another place, and then I, th- I, I feel like it would be just nice to see it like right there, to like, oh, in 2 more levels I get to see this. I feel like there used to be something more like that in the early days, where you could
mm,
see what something was going to be. Maybe I'm just misremembering.
yeah, I mean, they did have the progress bar thing, and I think they removed it once, and then we were like, why did we remove progress bars and stuff like that? And they put it back. Something. There was
Yeah.
something. There's some drama around it.
There was something when I came back, it was missing. But don't know what
Mm,
little flash history. Uh,
little class trigger for you.
has your army and everything, like, post update? We had, and I know you guys are gonna be recording and talking about it this weekend. Uh,
Hmm.
any major? So I don't want to have you talk all about it
No, no,
here, but
it's a perfect segue. We'd be like, oh yeah, just like we talked on.
oh, the last one, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
but Are you noticing a big difference just like in general? Did you feel something like right away? Was it
Um, ah, it's funny actually. I haven't noticed this a difference at all. I mean, yeah, no, I don't honestly, but I think that's a good thing. Like you know how like when they make an update that nerfs the troops and then no one uses that troop after the update, kind that kind of thing.
yeah,
I feel like that's even worse. And I think the best approach is when you barely notice a thing, because then it's really just slightly balancing to iron out those edge cases. Um, and I think though that's the way you want it to be, right? You don't
right.
want it to be something where, oh, like if they would have no, if they would have nerfed meteor golems, and then all of a sudden after the update no one uses them, then you know like, oh, it was really just because they were overpowered,
Yeah.
like they weren't balanced well.
They still work, but
But
they're working a little bit
yeah,
differently. Maybe not so well in this case.
yeah. And well, what I found was that like from what a few creators did say was like, yeah, these nerfs to the totem spell and the meteor golem won't really make that much a difference. And so that's what I've seen in practice as well so far. So I think it's a good thing, and I haven't noticed a difference since the update. Maybe I have this bias that I feel like I had more triples before the update.
Well,
Um,
I was
but I
wondering
think
that because
that,
of your meteor golems.
yeah, I mean, I use medium golems and totem spells, so I feel like I'm using the both things that got nerfed. But I'll have to see. I'm kind of waiting to get from the equipment blast event the rocket spear, and then with that I'll try to do invis RC again and see if that works better.
Do,
Um,
do you have the snowflake?
I don't know.
I
So my my weird strategy is because I'm free to play, I kind of don't want to have lots of equipments that aren't maxed. And
oh,
so I kind of only
waiting.
got a new equipment once I had everything else maxed. Yeah. And so I think you need about 480 starry ore to max an epic from 1 to 27. And so I'm kind of well, now I have everything maxed. Now I'm just gonna get one equipment at a time, max that one, and as soon as it's maxed, then get a new one. And that means I'm missing out on a few, but at least I don't have that feeling of never being fully maxed again.
Upgrade things sitting there.
Yeah, exactly. The little. Well, the error is only when you have enough to upgrade, so that's fine. But it's still like when you make a post on Reddit and you're like, "Oh, finally maxed everything." They're like, "Did you max equipment too?" And it's like I'm
All
countering
that
that
I
in advance,
got.
just to everything that I have. Yep.
Does that work out well with your timing? Like
It
when it
works
comes
out
up in the
perfectly.
shop or
Yeah.
whatever?
It doesn't. So, obviously, I've been missing Market Spear for now because I had to make a few decisions on what to get or what not to get. But it actually works out fine. Like what's most important for me is that I don't feel like I'm behind on equipment, even though I might be. So it's kind of just a
Are you
mental
missing a
trick I'm
lot
playing.
or just a few?
Not too much, just a few. Like I think it's yeah. I mean, because if you can see from the current with the equipment blast event, is it? You can see all the ones that you don't have, right? Uh, so for example, I think I'm just missing 4.
Oh,
Um,
uh,
yeah, Pure Torch, Frozen Arrow, Rocket Spear, and Stake Bracelet are
and
the
they
only
would
ones I
just
don't
be
have. Wait, no,
there.
Frost Lake as well. I don't.
They'd just be
Yeah.
there under leveled anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would have them, but they'd be level 1 or something, and yes. I
Only
don't
the
know if it's the
best
right strategy.
for Ceruleum.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I don't have Meteor Staff either. Um, but yeah, just
I
missing
love
5
that thing.
equipment basically.
I love that thing. That's the big part of my minion attack.
Oh, you use that with
The
superiorities?
yeah, with the on the minion prince, I use the meteor staff and the crown,
Mm,
and
yeah.
then because if and then like if everything goes south, right, or the minion prince is gonna die. Well, the later you can bring him back, the better, because then he's just gonna be stronger, and he's gonna be just pounding things. So if he
Yeah.
dies and let's say the defenses get taken out, well, just let him hang out by, go through the storages because he's going to be hitting the defenses anyways while he's doing that. So I get a lot of cleanup from
Mm.
him now.
Do you use Dark Crown and Meteor Blast? What
Yeah.
is it? Meteor Staff?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah.
I really don't know how to use the minion prince at all. Like this is the first spin is this kind of army with him. So
Hmm.
I tried different things at first when I was leveling them up, but this just seems. And I
Seems
think
like the best option.
so. And I think this might have explained a little bit why I'm doing so well because I was getting hit with a lot of meteor golem attacks. I just forgot about the update.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
but
the buffs have definitely helped you, I think.
where I noticed in my defenses is when I got hit with less meteor golems. So like the 5 meteor golem, they seem to become less successful than like the 7 and 8s were still doing a lot of damage. So
What do you mean the 7 and 8s? Like the
7 and 8 meteor golem attack.
right. Yeah.
I just looked down
Yeah,
my
yeah.
defense thing and I was like, okay, I'm getting a lot of 1 stars against me. What is? And then I look, I'm like, oh, you could definitely see like a trend between a 7 meteor golem hit or a 5 or a 4.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't
Yeah.
see a lot of root riders when you first said that.
That's
That's where I
weird
got
that
curious.
yeah. That's weird that because the only nerf to the meteor golem was that they do less damage to walls, but I feel like they never do damage to walls because they just hop over them.
Yeah,
Um, so I'm a bit yeah intrigued as to why it would have such an impact.
it might be because I have that kind of corner base, so there might be a
Mm, yeah,
place
that could
where
be.
they were getting something out of it before.
Hmm.
Those spitters being in the weird angles, in that corner, it's so tough. How do you find your bases? Do you just go,
Yeah. So I usually find them on YouTube videos. I found that YouTube videos I usually have better bases. I'm in a few servers as well that recently they pinged everyone and like, oh, here's a base that performed well in the top legend, so I'm gonna try that out as well. But yeah, usually I just look up top legend bases on YouTube, and then I find one that's pretty recent, um, and that has like yeah, like if it was uploaded in the last few days, then I know it's still recent and works. And so then I they have like usually 8 bases or something like that, and then I copy all 8 links. I yeah, and then I store them in my Discord server, and then I use I preload them up because and like you know how you can't use a base directly, you have to
yeah,
wait at least a day. So
tough.
then I I just pick one of them, and then as soon as it gets tripled too many times, I kind of switched out. Uh,
There's nothing
how
like
do you get your bases? You have a base pro pack, you said?
we were getting them for CWL, and then people share them in the clan, especially if I see one that I FC that I have a problem with. Like like to
Mm.
get something like that, or if somebody shares one that like I'm facing in the wild, because then I'll hit it over and over again, just trying to figure out, oh, I can do this, or I can kind of do this, but as long as I can do this, I'm gonna be able to take this kind of thing. Like I practice a lot with that little corner invis thing. Like, how can I get my
Yeah.
minion prints in there, with a couple frees or that. So I'll load
Do
some up,
you,
but that way.
yeah, do you try to, because you said you try to funnel your minion points on the town hall when it's in a corner. are you trying to take it down or just funnel? Or like, and
Well,
then you put all your Yetis in the corner as well?
so here is like, okay, in on my current base, in the corner is the town
Mm.
hall, and it's got uh archer tower and a cannon and an invis. And so if you drop like your warden and your healers like in that corner where the town hall is, and plan to take it out, which should be easy, if the invis wasn't
Mm.
there, then the warden will walk or whatever. So I will start the warden and the healers. So warden and 5 healers on the opposite corner, like not like directly across, but like
Yeah.
3 o'clock. So if
Okay.
if the
Okay.
town hall with the invis is at 12 and 3 o'clock is, I'll drop my warden and the healers and then 4 furnaces to kind of create a funnel. And then
Mm.
I'll do whatever I can. So with the invis, right? That one's tricky. And so what I've been trying to do, you can set it off, but I'll drop a Yeti, or now I'm using the ice golem, uh, and freezing the invis and getting the minion prints in there, and I'll freeze it twice if I have to. And usually
Again,
it'll
yeah.
take out like the guardian and the defenses there, and I'd hope it's going to get the invis. But as long as I can get
Yeah.
a lot of that and the minion print stays dead right by there, I'm in good shape. And so then I'll
Mm.
keep funneling towards the town hall and then just come straight through from like 2 o'clock straight in, and then kind of hope.
Yeah. That's actually really smart, actually. Yeah. I like that.
I don't know.
I ought to try it sometime.
I just have bad luck with I was having bad luck with RC and stuff, but that's always a learning process. And then they'll come out with a new piece of equipment that you like, or that's kind of my
Changes everything, yeah.
yeah. Where you're like, oh, I really want to use this, and I think it was the meteor staff that kind of got me interested in doing some of that. Anything. I had flipped over to the update things, and I didn't see. I haven't really used the druid much since the update. Um, really feels like it just kind of happened. Time is really flying by. I feel like that, like month to month
Yeah.
CWL and everything going on.
It's like just yesterday was still December with all the kind of rewards and build up and stuff, and now that's all over.
Yeah. Do you have any Clash New Year Clash year resolutions?
I don't, nah, not really. I don't really do the whole resolution thing because for me it's more like, why would I wait until New Year's to change something? Like if I don't like something or if I want something to change, I'll just change it as soon as I notice it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like wait until the new year to start changing it. But I suppose, yeah, I don't have any really New Year's resolution. I mean, if there was something I wanted to change with Clash, I would have changed it by now.
Yeah. I kind of
What about
find
you?
sometimes it's just like New Year's resolutions are good things to use as excuses for things. No, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I
exactly.
can't. I'm just do the thing that like,
It's like a
I
good
can't do
valid
that
excuse to
because of
get out.
this, or I really gotta.
Yeah,
My goal is this, and as long as you say my goal is to do, you can pretty much get away. My goal is to take more breaks at work. People be like, "That's a great New Year's resolution. You should do it."
I'm happy for you. Yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
they can't be like, how dare you?
How dare you do that? No, I
How
just
dare you
keep
try to be
doing what
better?
I think this has been fun to get into the competitive thing, and I think what a little bit more, but I feel like it's not the competitive aspect like it was before. Like, because I feel like it's kind of merged into the game more. It's
Mm,
like kind of like our legend. You're kind like like it kind of motivated you to climb up a little bit, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
or am I
I
misspeaking on
mean,
that?
it's no, absolutely. It's less of a separate ecosystem, and it's part of the one thing, which is I think it's very great for the game and for everyone in the competitive scene as well. Like it makes it more like there's actually a reason to do it now. It's not just because you wanted to, show off or
Yeah.
play life on hard mode kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah, you're right. Like it's more connected. Um too. So
I do wonder though, like the one negative aspect is I feel like in normal war and CWL, because there's no modifiers, now that if you are in Legends, right, and you're used to hitting bases with the modifiers and tripling, then any normal base it doesn't stand a chance against you, you know? Like,
yeah,
or maybe that's just the state of the game currently where it's too easy to triple normal bases,
I think I think it's starting to
if
become
you're in
now
Legends.
again like to how it was with like maybe I'm just misspeaking with like Town Hall 17 where like you're starting to see the bases get really strong. And I'm thinking of our wars lately where we're up against we're seeing I think you're right. Like in most cases for right now. But I think as the bases get maxed out or like as those things get introduced,
Even out.
like we're definitely having more 2 stars now than we were after Town Hall 18 was first introduced.
Yeah.
Like it felt way
But like,
easier at the start.
do you still? I mean, do perfect wars happen on both sides, like often or not? Because I know I
Yeah,
was talking with Vic, and for him that seems to be the case
it has
quite
been
often, I
happening
think.
more. You know, yeah, it has been happening more, but it also does seem to be like the clan you're up against. Like if you're
Yeah,
against just a beast mode clan, they're gonna maybe 3 star you,
destroy
just go crazy,
every time.
and we're
Yeah.
gonna we're gonna hit them and 3 star them, and sometimes we'll blow out that side of it, but sometimes we'll have to work at it too. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's at first I was kind of worried about that, but then seeing like how the wars like lately if I'm going in I've been doing well on the in war the last few wars, but at the same time I'm less sure, because like all through CWL I was like I think I had like 3 2 stars or something like that, so I did it was not my best CWL in a
In a while. But
maybe
but
I'm
what do you
as I
mean?
said
You're less sure, like you're less sure if you can triple the base,
yeah
or
yeah
right.
like
Yeah.
before I felt like yeah oh I got this
Easy peasy.
yeah, or maybe a little more confident right up front, but it definitely the bases got to with the revenge tower and the people
Yeah, I love
supercharging and
revenge.
things like that and more HP on the base. It just slowly fills out, I think. And so it's like at first it seemed like there wasn't much difference between the top 18 and 15 down, and now it seems to be a little bit more of a spread too,
Hmm.
depending on the clan. Yes,
Yeah.
but
It always comes down to which clan you're matched up against.
yeah, yeah, and sometimes it's just grueling, and then you go up against them, and it's just they've got like the next base or something where it's like all of a sudden your time failing, because these little things aren't working.
Yeah.
So you don't have anybody?
Yeah, I've actually
Oh, sorry.
I've had time fails quite a while because like with my wooden walk, I usually give it. I mean, I know that if I give it a minute or so, then I'll probably get time fail. So I try to give it like 50 seconds. But sometimes you just have such a good compartment that you really want to get, and you're like, oh, come on, just
I'm gonna push
a
it.
bit more, you know?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna push it.
exactly. And then yeah. It's what is it, karma or arrogance that comes to bite you back.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you before when you were saying, uh, do you have a war song? When you said you listened to music when you were,
Um,
do you have like,
yeah, there's so I don't have. I mean, there's one. There's a few songs from Eminem that I really
ooh,
well, if I'm really feeling like, oh, this is really important. But generally, that's not the case where it's so much is riding on it that I really need to
you
like have that
break
song.
breakout
Um,
Marshall?
yeah, exactly. No, but yeah, I mean, or just there's like these kind of uh, I don't know if they're called playlists or channels on YouTube. And it's called like songs that make you feel like a legend, or
Oh, cool.
songs that make you feel like you just entered God mode or something,
Oh, cool.
stuff like that. Like I like electronic
Pump it
music, like
up.
NCS kind of stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that I sometimes listen to those to pump up. Or there's this one like playlist. There's one artist. I found the name is called Unknown Brain, and he did this one like 40-minute long, just like a combination of different songs, but they're like just such awesome songs. They put you in the right headspace, and that one I'll listen to more often than others. So yeah, that would be my kind of songs, pump up songs.
I bet you that's nice because then you've got, if it's 40 minutes long, then you've got like, you can start it up,
Yeah,
start to get in the
it's
zone.
perfect. It's like my little guilty pleasure almost. Like it's so enjoyable. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have the music playing. Mine is, it's either Abracadabra by Lady Gaga or Turn Down for What. And I experiment with
Ooh,
them
I
when
love
I'm
Turn
doing,
Down for Yeah, yeah.
it's a, when, and the
Great song.
reason it came to my mind to ask you that, why I was reminded of the thought earlier was because I used that and Turn Down for What as the warden drop when the thing kicks off. I'm like, I have to have the warden down by, or like the push
Mm.
has to start by that time. And so
Oh wow.
when I was starting to like dial up my attacks and like trying to keep everything straight, I'm like, okay, I can push like that warden in the compartment, but when it's like, I'm like, you better go because if you don't go by that point, you're not gonna get to
Yeah.
the end.
I
So
love that. Like you have it perfectly synchronized with the song. Like that must be an amazing song as well. That it has the right time.
I should look
I
back at
love
like
it.
the like last year especially was turned down for what would have been number one war song. This year probably would have been Abracadabra, and and part of it is because the songs and how they sync up with the attack. Like
Mm.
that was a much better timing for my bowler attack. And so when I switched over, I'm like, okay, the drop's coming at the wrong time, and then I'm feeling like I'm late or too early, so I have to switch it over.
Yeah, I have to listen to
Madness.
Abracadabra. I can't picture it right now.
Any other thoughts on the update? CWL? I'm trying to think of all the big things that have kind of happened.
I really like, yeah, I mean, as I was saying before, like the updates where you barely notice it, I really like them because it doesn't feel like you lost anything. Um, and it, because you always have that kind of when something's like way too powerful and everyone's using it, you're like, ah, this is
I
great,
quit.
and then it gets nerfed, and you're like, yeah, well, yeah, you get so mad, you're like, oh, why do you have to change things? But
Yeah.
I didn't feel that this time, so I feel like it was a good update. I feel like any update where you don't have a strong negative reaction to is a good update.
Yeah, and I feel, for me, I think it is, now that you kind of said it that way, I think I was really anticipating it. Like, okay, the update's
Mm,
coming, I'm waiting for it because I was waiting because I I needed to switch my army or it needed to or the update needed to happen, and so I was kind of holding on to it. But other than that kind of stuff, it was pretty seamless. So it was only because I was waiting for some of the things that I was already, and I did
yeah.
experiment with the torch a little bit. I'll have to play around a little
And
bit more.
do you notice a difference yet or not?
Yeah, but I don't really remember what it was like when I was using it before,
before?
and I was using it with a different army. Um,
Mm,
so I like it. I think what I would probably use it a little bit more for, like I knew this New Year's event was coming, so I'm like, okay, I want to do well in it, so I won't change anything right now, but I'd like to play with it so that I could use the troop launcher almost exclusively. So
mm.
like I didn't
And
have to
why?
rely on the log launcher to get into a core or something.
Yeah. Was the reason you wanted to not rely on the log launcher or the troop? No, that you wanted to only rely on the troop launcher.
I feel like that's when I feel like I 3-star more if I've got the troop launcher, and I'm putting 3 Yetis in there. And so I feel like it just keeps refreshing my army like at that 50%, 3/4 of ways, like the make or break point. Like, I feel like it
Mm.
just tips it. But
Yeah.
unless I have a really good log launch, like you have to do it this way. Otherwise, if it's for that, but if it's a log launch, it's like you got to do it this way because, you can't really come at it the other way and you're going to get the town hall.
Yeah. There's
Then it'll
just
be enough.
no other way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, but then, so unless I get something really good out of it, uh, it's just way less likely that it's gonna have enough power at the very end. But
Mm. And so you need that extra push to
yeah,
get the
yeah, I'm
troop
like
out.
just
Yeah.
like, well, why does it get here this time, and maybe not to here, and um, so if I could use and I was trying it out a little bit, but it was having a little problem with consistency, and I think I just need to. For me, it just means kind of like setting up a different kind of standard entry where, because I look at it and I go, all right, with my warden walk, I basically kind of see it as like it's just like an arc down, right? Or like if you threw something off a
Mm.
building, I'm like, I think the ward's gonna go all the way over here, but I know in reality, it's just like I'm only gonna get like an L, you know, he's gonna fall in. So I'm like, where do I want him to fall into? And so I usually try to have him fall into the town hall if I'm coming that way, because I'm like, at least he'll get there. But
Hmm.
so
Actually, a good strategy. Yeah.
yeah, and then like, well, that just might work better than if I use this equipment for the king instead or something. And I'm not great with this stuff. Like it's all trial and error. Like I get on the stuff and I'm like, I wonder if the snake boots would work, or maybe I'll try the earthquake boots with this, and all of a sudden it's working. I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just got to make sure that if I'm doing it this way, it's like this, and then I'll forget, and then in the morning, and I'm back to square one, and I'm like, why do I have the earthquake boots on? That's a day in the life.
Yeah, but it seems like you do try out enough variations to actually find something that works and that you can then use that consistently. So you do have the kind of creativity and willingness to play around and see where it goes. And that's maybe what I can improve on and see, like just because for me, I really just want to find one thing and just keep using it. I don't want to have to think, oh, what do I do today? Like, do I switch up CC on something they're not expecting, stuff like that.
Oh,
I just want to have one thing that works every time.
my changes are minor. I'm talking like my evolution is like
Yeah,
tiny.
but
Like I
those
might
minor changes are maybe the difference maker, you know?
Yeah. Well, I might go, okay, today or I'm doing FCs and I'm like, oh, let me just try it with the what um tome, the eternal tome.
Hmm.
Oh, it's working. Okay. Oh, I'm doing a bunch and it's working. I'm like, okay. Suddenly, but
Suddenly everything falls into place.
yeah. I'm not a mastermind sitting there going, obviously.
Well, I mean, you sound like one, so you could definitely pass for one. Yeah,
Good. Good at fooling everybody. Um,
exactly. The
well,
art of illusion.
well, it is.
But that's the thing, like if you fake confidence, that is confidence. Like you so you maybe I honestly think you're better than you think you are. 'Cause you definitely, I mean, a top 200 US, that's an achievement by itself. So,
Well,
uh,
I might have read it. I
congratulations
might have
on
read
that.
it wrong, but
No,
no,
I
it was
mean
pretty cool though.
4,400 is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the fluke any day of the week. When I put that on
Let's not
my
call it a fluke. Let's call it skill. That's just your
yeah,
willingness
I'll
to
t-
try different variations and throw people off.
I'll take it this time. Yeah, it's fun. I think that I'm having a good time with the game and everything where it's at. I think seems like there's been a lot of fun kind of stuff coming through. There's always like something going on, and uh, this year's been off to a good start. I think.
I think so too. Yeah. I like the way it's heading and
Are
yeah.
you? Oh, here's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Um, are you still up? Are you still on to doing your cycle defenses?
I haven't, so I don't do them until I have all normal defenses maxed.
Okay, you're gonna wait.
Um, but no, they're still all still level 3, all of them.
Okay,
But the plan is, I think, but I'm gonna do supercharges first actually because they give you more of that,
that's what it
the
was.
effect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was
and
trying
that's
to.
what I did wrong last time. Last time I did only merge defenses. I had it maxed, and it turned out it was the wrong call. So, yeah, I'm gonna switch around this time.
And so this time it's because of the extra HP and the.
N- No, it's not the HP. It's the what's it called? The fancy shop.
Oh, you want to get those? Oh,
So
okay, you want to get the
yeah,
ore.
the spiky stones.
Yeah,
Yeah. Basically, for
or
crafted
spiky
defense you get
stones.
8, and then for supercharge you get 10. And so I want the extra 2. So what my plan is, right now I have all my air defenses left, 2 bomb towers and a wizard tower, and my guardians. And then after that I'm going. Oh, and all my traps, of course.
Yeah,
um.
I got it.
And then the plan is to do all the supercharges. Um, and I don't know if I'll have time to do merge defense ever,
Do,
but
how
yeah, we'll have to see.
are you at the start of your um stones, shiny stones?
Uh,
Because
you mean the Sparky, the fancy shop,
yeah,
or the?
that one.
I have 1,358
Okay,
Sparky stones, but that was all just from the merge defenses and a few supercharges.
okay. I was wondering because I know you
Um,
were not supercharged or you weren't doing some of them before. Can't
I
remember.
mean, so I always do all the all the collector supercharges because I feel like they give you more resources, even though, I always like look for those really small incremental over time improvements.
Yeah.
So like what I first supercharge are the collectors, um, because they give you more capacity and more production rate per hour. And then I'll do the defenses once those are done.
So my question is because I'm guessing you might have an idea about it. How long do you think it'll take you to get to? Was it the not 5,000, 3,000?
Oh, yeah, 5,000 is a max. Yeah. How long it'll take me to get
Have
5,000?
you
That's a great
calculated it?
question. No,
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't looked at it.
I thought maybe you
But
would have.
I think I'll probably, because I'm already at 1,300, maybe, yeah, I feel like I could do it. Was 10 Sparky Stunts? Um, I would say when Town Hall 19 comes out, I'll be at 5K.
Okay.
Hopefully. But I don't have a good metric yet for how many supercharges
Yeah.
will be. Because obviously I'll be doing the shortest ones first, right?
Right.
Um, and then see how that goes.
Yeah.
But
Because I looked at
yeah,
mine and I think I'm a little I think over a little over 2,000, but I asked because I'm like, yeah, it's hard to find a reference for it. Like
Yeah,
you put
it's
it,
still new. No one really knows, kind of.
yeah. Like how long? Does that mean that's a town hall or like? And maybe it's just because
Yeah,
it's probably just because we got a bunch right up front. And so we
yeah,
weren't
yeah, for
seeing like
sure.
the different little things grow, but I'm kind of excited about it. And so
Yeah,
don't
it's a nice little thing to look forward to as well.
do you think
I think they did a good job with it.
we're gonna here's my concern with that. You think like as soon as I buy those meteor builders, they're going
Mm.
to I think
Add new things to the shop.
you know what I bet? I bet you $50. Well, no, I'm not gonna. We don't have to bet. Um,
Don't say that on the
I,
pod. Someone's gonna be like, "Ah, you."
yeah. Oh God, what did
Yeah.
I do? I would guess that's a better way to say it. That it is every year. Maybe we get enough from cycle defenses and or the merged defenses or whatever, and the everything we need from the shiny stuff to be able to buy the builder of the year
You think?
because it's the meteor
There'll be a
builder.
builder of the year. Yeah, yeah.
Because I was
But you,
afraid like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get up there and then they're gonna do a Marvel one and I'm gonna be
yeah.
upset.
I I wonder, like, is it
But
what happens? Do you know if, like, say you have like 4,900 and you do a supercharge, what happens to the overflow? Do they get converted to gems, or
I don't know.
you know what I mean? Or
No one's ever got that
so like,
close. No,
yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
kidding.
Yeah, but I wonder, like, should we then wait? No, I'm probably just gonna get the builder, media builder,
See, well,
because he's
but
so
wouldn't that
cool.
make sense then? Because you just said the metric, and I
Yeah,
was and I was just about to say I'm afraid another builder would come out or another skin, and then I thought meteor, but that's a meteor. That's the year's town hall.
same
So
routine. Yeah.
it would only make sense that like for the metric, you would be able to in that full year if you saved buy the builder for that builder skins for that year,
That's interesting.
right?
Yeah. I like that. I mean, I like it, but I'm also like, I hope they don't do that because I want to
You
be
don't
able
have to.
to have them both. Yeah.
Because it'd be cool, like, yeah, oh, let me put my meteor one on, and then next year's um Back to the Future theme, town hall, or the Breaking Bad town hall. Put that on there.
Breaking Bad Town Hall. I like
They
that.
can have the builders with that theme, and then that year they're kind of like the Christmas trees, like they're the souvenir skin for the
The theme of the year kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah. And I guess
No, I
people
like
could
it.
catch up and just select the ones they want later, but it would be really hard to get them all.
To get them all.
But they
Yeah.
usually do stuff later to catch things.
Yeah. No, I actually look forward to that. And it's something I hadn't thought about. So thank you for that. It's like looking forward to like
Well,
seeing what they'll do with it, what
yeah.
new things they'll add to skins for builders and stuff,
Well, I hadn't thought about it until
which
we
is
were
nice.
talking about it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
thank
no, but
you.
it's
So thank you.
a great thought. So
All right,
I like it.
did you find that equipment catch up event worthwhile for you?
I I mean, I was here's the interesting thing. Like when they first announced it, like no one knew what it was, right?
Yeah.
And I was kind of hoping it was gonna be something where you could I don't know why. Like obviously they would never do this, but like in my mind it was something where they were gonna be like, okay, you can get all these past equipments for like I don't know, 500 gems or 100 gems maybe, and then you could also like you'd have a discount, like during
Yeah.
Hammer Gem, how everything costs half price, like that you could upgrade equipment at half the price or something like that. I thought it was gonna be something like that, and then I was really disappointed when it wasn't like it was just, oh, you can get these past equipment with like it just felt like another metal event, you know.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel like anything special, like discount or like it didn't feel like you could actually really catch up on equipment. Like, because for me, catching up on equipment means that you can upgrade them faster. But maybe that's just me, and I'm the
No,
only one who
I
thought that.
I agree
So
with you. I kind of
yeah,
felt like there would be a little giggle moment. Like a
yeah,
ooh, I can't believe we actually yeah, I don't
like
know.
oh, I'm so excited about this. Yeah, yeah,
Like
like something you look forward to.
eh, I'm happy.
I mean, I'm happy they did it,
Like
and that you
yeah,
can get past
and
equipment, right?
like I think we're I think both happy and like not complaining like about the ore, and just that was really nice. But it did
Mm.
I think for me did kind of highlight something with the equipment that I think is just a little strange. Um and that's
It's
just
still a ore issue, right? Like,
yeah, yeah that but it it almost feels like it's mismatched for like the levels. Like
in terms of what it costs or what's
yeah,
mismatched.
maybe it's like for an event would be nice like if you were going to get through it'd be nice if there was like one like just like a level, like a level book or something on a on an equipment or like trying to think about how I want to
So yeah,
like
yeah.
it seemed like there was such a gap. It's like, yeah, this is going to be awesome for it's like to buy the enough Starry or something for this, it's going to cost you like $20, right? For this
Mm.
one big gap and I don't know how to describe it. I feel like it could be those
The
levels could be fixed. So it's like you got a
yeah.
book of equipment to go up or that in in this equipment that you could progress 2 levels regardless of the ore. It was just 2 levels
Mm.
kind of from where you were at. Maybe that's just a better way to say it. It's like, yeah, that'd be awesome. And so it's
Yeah.
awesome to have all this ore and I just got one level into the second one. And I mean, again, I don't want to complain like that. I'm happy about the ore, but I feel like maybe that's where that feeling comes from a little bit.
Mm.
Like it'd be
Like they
awesome.
could
Like
have done more
I,
to help the levels. Yeah.
yeah, no matter where I was at in that challenge, I got 2 equipment level books. So I could put 2 equipment things on no matter where I'm at. And so like for
Yeah.
a newer player at a base and for somebody who's like working on the end, it's kind of like a book of heroes, right? Like it is more
Mm.
valuable, but you're kind of capped at your level. So I think other
Yeah.
than that though, like
Or like imagine a new magic item like a hammer of equipment that would just maybe it's too much, but it would hammer it
exactly.
from like level 1 to level 5 or 5 levels, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Cuz then you're and then you could save it or you could use it, but you're no matter where
Mm.
you're at in the game, you are going to
Always
feel the
useful.
same reward, right? Like you're going
Yeah,
to feel like
exactly.
I got 5 levels on my thing during this event and then this person over here like in the higher levels are like I got this much, but it's substantial and
Mm.
I mean, I feel like my equipment is in much better spot than it was. Like it's just getting there faster.
But
Like
is it in a much better spot because of the event or just it was gonna happen anyways,
well,
like over time?
I think like just that they added more in the game. There could be more, but like
Yeah.
for me, I'm starting to get. I I feel like I feel like between equipment, I can do max in equipment and a half.
Mm. That's
before the
good.
next one comes out. So I'm catching
Yeah,
up
but that's
a half.
yeah.
So then I'll like, now I've kind of made up the difference. So like I'll try to save up, but I still have some that are like under leveled so that I can get the newest one up right away. And then I can make it halfway through the next one I'm working on. And I've done that and just kind of caught them up that way. In the
Yeah.
somewhere like around that way. But so I felt like, so right now I think I'm at about an equipment and a half between equipment.
Very new releases.
And so I think maybe for like down the road that would probably increase. I mean, you'd have to after you equipment, but that's just kind of how
Yeah.
I'm sensing it or like measuring it, I guess.
But that's yeah. No, but no, it makes sense. But that's because you get the gold pass every month, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And you I always forget, you get ore in the gold pass or not?
No. No.
Maybe not. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
or only in those event challenge things. But I will buy that.
Mm.
I think maybe one time I bought Starry Ore, like a $6 pack. But I will
Yeah.
sometimes use my gems on it.
Mm.
And my
Yeah, what I've
raid
been doing is
medals.
raid medals. I use raid medals
Yeah.
for story, is how I caught up.
I guess right now mine is war uh raid medals. I'm not buying the gem pack because
Mm.
I'm low on gems. So I haven't been buying that for a while. Uh and I'm yes, I hit about and then they throw in the event. And usually that's enough. Or get close with whatever's out.
Hmm. Not bad.
Figure out my about
Yeah.
maybe it is more than that.
Do all these calculations.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it's getting late here
Yeah, I don't want
and
you to keep
and
you up too
cold.
much.
No, it's fun. This is what
But
Fridays are
it's
made
been
for
a
and
joy,
fun. Yeah.
staying up.
Any shout outs?
I want to shout out Royal Slush, a fellow moderator. Um, I can't really say why yet, but I just want to thank him for all the hard work he does. And yeah, shout out obviously to the classics, the RTC crew. So Sam, Spencer, and Mick. Always a joy to be part of your group and to do this podcast together. And yeah, shout out to you as well, Scotty, for inviting me again in podcast. I always feel like honored and like
Oh,
the superstar just couldn't call me
well,
the Liam.
I feel honored to have you
So
and
I
thanks for
I'm always like very privileged and thank you for inviting.
I feel the same and thanks for coming on here Saturday morning after
Awesome,
your
my pleasure.
crazy night.
Yeah,
No.
Fridays are always crazy.
uh
Do you have any shout outs though?
shout out to you. Shout out to and your other co-hosts as well. Great guys, great podcasts. The other podcasts out there. Uh, to the leadership in the House of L, uh, it's just awesome, you know. And there's always like people that I always forget to shout out and just know you're all appreciated and very thankful to have you and to the clan, uh, to the content creators out there. I think some awesome work. I've been kind of looking around or I've been watching more streams and watching more of that content, watching more stuff on TikTok. So that's been really cool to see. Um, DD Bar, who has from Young Guns, and they have been dropping off a ton of uh, capital loot, and we are getting almost close to max. And GAB 007 has been going back, has been listening to the old episodes and highlighting some parts that I'm going to be clipping out and bringing to the podcast soon. So thanks to those guys and you know, I could be here all day. I wanted to thank.
I was just gonna say, like, should we
I
make a
know.
list of every single
Yeah.
name of every person and just read that list every single time?
I'd like to thank Chapter 5. There's a lot of people to thank. And
There's just
so
too
you know
many
who you
people
are.
doing awesome stuff in the world,
Yeah. Yeah. It gets you really excited. And I want to talk about the war that we're doing and just kind of give a full rundown and try to grab Warpig to do that because he's been on the other, he's in the opposite clan, Traitor. And who by the,
Was
and by the way,
was he the one you did the last podcast with?
yeah, no, Tyler was
Yeah.
the, and then
Oh,
Warpig was before that, I believe. I think I have my order
right.
right. And Warpig was in the New Year's war, and he outperformed Carbon Finn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was
Quite the
in the
achievement.
leader. Yeah, he was pretty. It was a pretty impressive war, and we'll miss him as
GG.
they steal him away. No, so big shout out to him.
How
And
dare they?
it's fun to be engaging with these other clans and doing this stuff too. Exciting. So
Yeah.
look forward to the new
No, it's a
year
pleasure.
and to the listeners, of
2026.
course. Yeah. Well,
Here we come.
you can find Liam and the other awesome guys at the Reddit Talks Clash at reddittalksclash.com or any of the
On any podcasting app, yeah.
podcasting app and check those guys out on Reddit. And
Also, shout out.
oh yeah,
So just last shout out to all the other podcasts, especially Cat as well on Pineapples
yeah,
and Thorns. Yeah, it was 2 great episodes, and I always enjoy hearing them. So
yeah,
shout out to you guys.
yeah. It's made for a lot of great driving Christmas season, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's always great. And I just love the different perspectives. It's just so cool to see how so many people engage a game on so many different levels. So it's always just it's mind blowing to me. Well, you can get a hold of me at clashofclanspodcast.com or clashofclanspodcast@gmail.com. And other than that, until next time, everybody, keep it clashy. Beep, 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 beep.
Skilly beep 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 skilly